People who've been kidnapped. How did you survive? When I was 14, this guy approached me at the mall food court while I was waiting for my mom to finish shopping at Macy's. He was dressed in this expensive-looking suit, had these official business cards with embossed logos, and claimed he was a talent scout for Elite Modeling Management based downtown. He showed me this incredibly impressive portfolio filled with glossy photos of teens who'd supposedly gotten major contracts after working with his agency, said they desperately needed girls exactly my age, and looked for an upcoming campaign with Forever 21, and could I come to their professional studio for a quick test shoot. He even offered to pay me $300 cash just for showing up. No commitment required. My friends were absolutely losing their minds with jealousy when I texted them from the bathroom. I'd been obsessed with America's Next Top Model since I was 10 and constantly fantasized about getting discovered randomly like this. The studio turned out to be this completely isolated warehouse in an industrial area on the absolute worst side of town, surrounded by empty lots, abandoned buildings, and chain-link fences topped with razor wire. Should have been my first major red flag, but I was way too excited about the opportunity. Once we stepped inside, he immediately locked the heavy steel door behind us with multiple deadbolts and this complicated electronic keypad system. No photography equipment anywhere, no professional lighting, no backdrop, no makeup station, just empty concrete rooms and this other girl who looked maybe 16 years old, sitting in the corner crying hysterically with her hands zip-tied behind her back. "Welcome to your new home, sweetheart," he said with this absolutely bone-chilling smile that made every alarm bell in my head start screaming. That's when the horrible reality finally clicked into place. He'd been using this elaborate fake modeling agency scam to systematically lure vulnerable teenage girls for weeks, probably months. He zip-tied my hands brutally tight and shoved me into the same freezing cold room as the other girl. She whispered through tears that her name was Tessa, she was from Oregon, and she'd been trapped in this nightmare for almost 3 weeks now. He'd been posting advertisements of us on these disgusting dark websites, selling us to buyers across the entire country, and tomorrow morning was supposed to be our delivery day to some warehouse in Nevada. But here's the thing that ultimately saved both our lives. I have type 1 diabetes and always carry comprehensive emergency medical supplies in this small leather pouch I wear around my waist under my clothes. It's practically invisible and contains everything I need for emergencies. I always keep backup insulin syringes, glucose tablets, test strips, ketone strips, emergency glucagon, the whole medical kit. But more importantly, my older brother was in his 3rd year of pre-med at State and had taught me some pretty disturbing medical facts during his intensive anatomy and physiology studies. That night, when he brought us these disgusting stale sandwiches and lukewarm water bottles, I started executing my desperate plan. I began shaking uncontrollably, acting severely confused and disoriented, slurring my words badly like my blood sugar was crashing to dangerously low levels. Textbook diabetic emergency symptoms that could kill me within hours. He completely panicked because a dead girl was absolutely worthless to his sick operation and would ruin everything, while he was frantically trying to save me, asking what medications I needed and actually loosening my restraints so I could access my medical supplies. I carefully palmed one of my insulin syringes behind my back. The exact moment he turned around to grab more water from his cooler, I jabbed that syringe directly into the back of his neck and injected the largest air bubble I could draw up straight into his bloodstream. My brother had explained in graphic detail how air embolisms travel through your circulatory system to your heart or brain and cause massive, often fatal blockages within just minutes. He collapsed almost instantly, clutching his chest and gasping desperately for air like a fish out of water. I grabbed his keys and phone, freed Tessa with a kitchen knife from his bag, and we called 911 while he was still convulsing on the concrete floor. Police discovered mountains of evidence that he'd been trafficking teenage girls across multiple state lines for over 10 months. Tessa and I both testified at his federal trial, providing crucial details that helped convict him. He got sentenced to 25 years in federal prison without possibility of parole.